The M4A4 Phallic from the Armory Collection, ever since it came out, it was selling in a field tested condition for around like 30 euros, somewhere in that area. A lot of people have been accumulating the stars and they have dumped it up on the market all at once, and we're undercutting each other basically at this point. But as you can see, the field tested condition has been slowly but surely rising, selling for like even 24 euros, and already we've reached like 38, almost 40 euros, and I think we're not even done here, just because a lot of people really enjoyed this skin, and the minimal wear condition was also very bullish, all the way from 58 euros all the way up to like what, 100. It's almost double the price already. The factory new condition is kind of stable. That's usually like that with these skins. The lower conditions need to adapt first, and then only the factory new conditions reveal truly the price and the demand, because at the end of the day not everyone is willing to spend 260 euros upon a factory new condition. But pretty much most of these skins in the factory new condition, the mil spec condition skins, they have been pumping up on the markets. For example, this Tech 9 Sultan from the Armory Collection, in the factory new condition we have it in 0.01. They are kinda pricey and people are still accumulating them. They've been selling for like only 3 euros upon a Steam community market, and ever since they have more than doubled. It is kinda insane. A lot of people have started to accumulate them. As you can see, in the factory new condition they were selling for 3 euros and 16 cents, and 1,700 pieces of these were sold. This just shows you how many people redeemed their armory stars, because yes, as you can see, 538 pieces were sold for 5 euros just a few hours after that. And as you can see, we've been going lower and lower in sold items, just because there's not many out of these in the factory new condition. It's still only a 3% chance to hit it, and it's very rare. Not a lot of people have had so many armory stars, and as you can see, these were already selling for 10 euros. We currently went slightly lower, but I wouldn't be surprised if prices keep increasing up on these, just because they get used up in trade-ups. It's trade-up fuel, a beautiful looking skin as well. Are you tired of super expensive steams up on the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Up on Skinland you have the best possible market prices for these skins, no hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. And the minimum wear condition is also not scared of price increasement. For example, selling for only 60 cents ever since we reached like what, 2 euros. It's absolutely insane in my opinion that the prices have increased so much in a very short time, and we're not even done yet. And I think in a couple of months, if the ROI is going to be still so low, not a lot of these skins will be unboxed, just because people don't really care about the armory, I would say, and there's not that many people that came into the game as well. So take in consideration that some of these mil spec skins down the line will be just like the Glock 80 Greenland from the Train collection. Ever since it was around like 20 euros, it's not really bouncing lower, just because the demand for these in the factory new condition is still there, and they're kinda hard to hit as well. But the M4A4 Dark Operative is also very expensive in the factory new condition, selling around for like 10 euros, was selling for 18 or 15, and some good floats are selling even for 20. We have a 0.02 float, which is worth around like 20-25 euros right now. So meanwhile, the floats up on these are very important, and I would always go for the factory new conditions up on these. That's why I have so many of them. But sometimes pattern can also be sold for overpay, maybe not now, but maybe in the future as well, if there's going to be demand, if someone is going to be looking for one of these skins. We have actually unboxed this, and I have no idea if it's special at all, but I've never seen so many pyramids and the sun up on it. And in good conditions, these patterns are kinda rare, but don't quote me up on this, it's just my own opinion. We are also currently giving away this P250 Lotus imprint. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and you'll be eligible to win this skin. I wish to all of you in the comments the best of luck. Don't forget to put your Steam trade link into your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. And also, I wanted to mention that I think that the M4A4 Phallic, even in the Battle Scout condition, is a clean play skin. Yes, the snake is slightly scratched, but it's way darker, and many people prefer that, but it's kinda dark and I absolutely love it. The snake is kinda more popping. In the future, maybe Battle Scout condition could have some extra value to them. I mean, I was just buying these skins to use them as play skins, and ever since they've already increased a lot in price, I don't even know if I'm gonna sell them, just because ever since I started using this skin, I absolutely love it. I mean, just as a play skin, it's very clean, it's a unique AK looking, and the supply of these is still not huge, but I don't really care about the supply. As I said, I'm gonna be using it as my play skin. Pretty much so many of these skins have increased in price. Just the middle spec season is still here. It will be around just because of the gold trade up update. After this happened, every middle spec skin has increased in value, and this is going to be like that down the line forever. That's at least just my own prediction. We'll have to see where in the market moves. But for example, with also these aux signal scanners in the faction new condition, they've also increased in price a lot upon the markets. As you can see, most of the middle spec skins, for example, this AUG was selling for like only 2 euros. Ever since we've reached new all-time highs of what, like 6 euros, somewhere in that area. Some of these were sold for even more just because the floats up on these are kinda crazy. As you can see, the cheapest one listed right now is for 5 euros and 57 cents. It's definitely not one of the best investments, but if you have profited up on these, you could definitely sell to secure some profits. But I think we're not even done here. Yes, this may not be the most desirable middle spec skin, and I have no idea why it's 6 euros, only 3% chance to hit those in a faction new condition, and this is still very rare. Also, here is something very important to mention about the Armory. I think nowadays way less people have actually started buying Armory passes just because they're completely done with the Armory. The ROI is bad, so why would you even do it? You can buy these skins straight up on third-party websites from other people that have spent the time, the sweat and the money up on this Armory, and it's not worth for them. But if you buy these skins directly, it's definitely more profitable down the line. That's at least just my own opinion upon it. And for some reason, this just reminds me of this Genesis collection. I mean, for example, the AK-47, the Oligarch, the supply of it is not that huge, even though it's such a cheap terminal. It was already such a long time in the active drop pool, yet people are not buying directly from the terminal. They're buying on third-party websites from other people these skins, so that's why the supply is actually not increasing. And yes, I like these skins. I would actually be interested in picking one of these up right now in the faction new condition, ever since we only have the minimal wear condition here. But I absolutely love this skin. I think it's very gorgeous, and down the line it can have potential if Valve is actually going to remove the Genesis collection. Because I still have the same take up on this collection. It was just a test to see how the prices would move if people start opening these terminals. They just wanted to test something, that's why they didn't introduce any golds with it right away. That's what I think, and maybe Valve could be certainly removing them with the next case when they will do some active drop pool changes. It is definitely possible, but not guaranteed. I mean, it's absolutely insane, guys. I've been telling you that I've been accumulating these Glocks, for example, in the faction new condition, but also in the minimal where I was buying them at around like 4 euros all the way up to 5 to 6. And ever since we've reached like what they're selling for 9 euros right now, it is kind of insane. Most of them I've paid like up on the Steam community market when they got released. I think it was definitely a great move. 216 pieces were sold in the minimal wear condition, but also I've been buying the faction new condition for around like 16 euros, and ever since we're already up to 25. Not the biggest price increase, but I think we're not even done here, because in the next couple of weeks I think less people will be actually redeeming their Armory stars, which could lead to prices increasing. But that's just my own prediction. Let's see where the market heads at. And also the AVP black box was selling for only 30 euros up on the Steam community market, just like any other purple skin, slightly more expensive just because it's an AVP, right? And ever since we've all the way exploded to 64 euros, it's the cheapest one up on the Steam community market right now. And minimal wear was also selling for around like 7 euros, slightly more expensive than some other purple skins, but the price increase is absolutely insane. I think in the near future they will kind of stabilize somewhere around like maybe 20 euros. I think it's a fair price still for this AVP, but if you've profited up on it, you can definitely sell. As you can see, field tested was also pumped all the way from like 4 euros all the way up to 11 euros, so there's definitely still a lot of opportunities inside the Armory, but you should be definitely careful which skins you're aiming at, because not every skin is going to interact with the market like this. Also, as you know, we've been buying these Lotus imprints for only 4 euros in a minimal wear condition, already selling for almost like 10, which is absolutely insane. The faction new condition hasn't increased that much in price, and I think there's actually potential towards these to still grab them, but be very careful, guys. It could definitely go also the other way around, so you should always do your own research upon these skins, but I think on third-party websites these could be some nice grabs right now.